Hey, sports porchers, it's your hockey Jesus, and I'm back with analysis of Game 1, Western Conference Finals, Stanley Cup Race 2025. Hey, thanks for clicking on the channel. For those of you who know who I am, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm your hockey Jesus. I'm a self-avowed Pittsburgh Penguins fan, but I love the NHL. And tonight I'm going to give you my perspective on what has gone on in the Western Conference Finals so far. If you missed it, you missed a doozy. I'm a big fan of the Western Conference. I think they've got all the talent right now. And tonight, you got to see it in all three periods. First period was pretty much an even game. Dallas and Edmonton going at it. They're playing in Dallas. So the Stars fans, man, they're pumped up. They are ready. They want to get to the Cup finals. And they were rocking and rolling, except maybe in the second period a little bit. Looked like Edmonton was getting their game. Draisaitl and Connor McDavid were just flying through the zone. And with a 3-1 lead going into the third, you had to feel pretty good if you were an Edmonton fan. But how did the Dallas Stars give up 5 goals? 5 goals in the third period. That is got to be demoralizing for Edmonton Oilers fans at the game and in Alberta. Man, I don't know what to say. I mean, it was just a complete meltdown. It all started in the third period with that power play that they had, and it just steamrolled from there. It just got out of control. There was no stopping all the goals going into the puck, and I've seen it happen before, both against the Penguins and when the Penguins could do it against other teams. Oh man, if you're a Dallas fan, you just love to see that. Nobody really shined tonight. There wasn't like one person who had a hat trick. It was both teams up and down, all four lines looking pretty good. They're rolling the lines, and they're going to have to. This is going to go a long way, I think. And really, Edmonton needs to get back to that speed game. I like the way they were playing in the second period. I just think they took their eyes off of the defensive side. And look, that was a problem for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I know they didn't make the playoffs, and you probably don't care about them, but that was the problem with the Penguins. They didn't know how to change their style. And good teams know when to change their style. And if Edmonton would have just dialed it back, maybe just a little bit, I think they might have had a better third period. But not tonight. It wasn't meant to be. If you were here last night and you heard my analysis of Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, if the home team gets the first win, it's like 70. Here, I got it written down right here from last night. It's 72.8% chance that team goes on to win the series. So that's a really good win for Dallas, especially the way they came back. I don't think Edmonton fans are worried. I know when the Penguins would win the first game, I'd be like, eh, all you're really saying is that your team could beat our team. It's about the adjustments, and that's what you'll see in game two. Game two will be Friday night. Oh, thank God for the Friday night games. All these games start at 8 o'clock. So, if you missed anything, record it, go back and watch it. But they're going one after the other. You're not going to have a night off to be able to go back and watch. One thing I forgot to talk about last night, and it happened again in tonight's game, and I think it's important to address. Goss Despair last night shot the puck into Marchand, and everybody got all bent out of shape over that. You know what? This is what the NHL wants. The NHL wants litigation on the ice. They want the players to take care of things. Marchand went after him. Honestly, I don't care about Marchand. He's a rat. He belongs on the floor of the Panthers. When he gets down the floor, then they start throwing the rats on the ice. I think he might actually cozy up the one. But he plays dirty. And you know what? Maybe that was a dirty thing to do. And, maybe it's against the code that the hockey players have. I'm not a big fan of that. I say if you're going to litigate it on the ice, then anything goes. Tonight, it kind of happened again at the 20-minute mark. Um, Actually, it looked like Dallas probably initiated this. Wasn't fisticuffs. It's just, it's bullying, really, when you talk about it. When it comes to the end of the game and, you're trying to establish some physical presence, I never understood that. I get it that it happens all the time. But as the hockey Jesus, I got to give you the truth. And I just am not a big fan. I'm just not a big fan of all that stuff. I guess it shows you have passion. I feel like if you're going to get your licks, you got to get your licks on the ice. And you got to get them when you dump the puck and you're pounding that defense game after game after game. That's how you wear down a team. You don't wait till the end of the game when you're already down by 3 or 4 goals to show you're tough. That's not being tough, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. So if you like my opinion, hey, smash that subscribe button. I'll be back tomorrow night. We got Eastern Conference Finals game number 2 coming right up. And guess what? I'll see you then.